Altcoins right now are flashing an extremely important signal right now, and we're going to have to cover it because it's big. The last time we saw it flash was back in June of 2023, and the previous time before that, it was December of 2022. And right now, we're flashing that same signal. You're going to want to tap in, subscribe, hit the notification bell, leave a like and a comment, share this video with every altcoin holder you know, because the past month, June was like a bloodbath for Bitcoin, kinda, but altcoins especially. So this video, we're going to go over the macro market drivers, the crypto market drivers. We'll go into the total crypto market cap, total three others market cap in Bitcoin and Ethereum. And we may be seeing some potential signs here of an altcoin, at least local bottom for now. So rest assured, there should be some relief in July and maybe some potential July fireworks here in the first week here, now being July 1st. So let's dive into it. First, let's start off with the macro drivers on the left side of the screen. Oh, one thing important to cover is, as of last night, we had a weekly candle close, a 2-week candle close, a 1-month candle close, a 2-month candle close, a 3-month candle close, and a 6-month candle close. And I think a 4-month candle, no, not a 4-month, a 6-month candle close. Massive, because when you see multiple time frames and especially high time frame candle closes aligned together at the same time, usually the next candle, the one that we just started, a new 3-month candle, a new 6-month candle, a new 2-month candle, a new 1-month candle, a new 2-week candle, a new weekly candle, plus a daily candle, usually you'll see for the following candle that we've just now printed either a trend reversal or a trend continuation. So now with all that happening, we're going to have to cover some monthly high time frame macro charts as well too. And we'll cover that in an additional video today or tomorrow, maybe later tonight. But first, for this video, I want to mainly cover kind of what's happening today, what's happening with the price of Bitcoin. We're seeing a Bitcoin bounce, some potential signs of a recovery, but also especially that altcoin signal that's flashing right now that may show us that relief is on the horizon here, and we could see a nice rebound. So let's go back to the monthly macro charts. Also, we have some key macro events happening as well too. I believe we have, if I go to this right here, I think we have a FOMC minutes meeting. We had manufacturing come out. I think we might have jobs coming out. There's some key macro data this week. Usually there's volatility with that. We know that, but it serves as catalyst for and an excuse for either a trend acceleration or / continuation or reversal. But let's look at the monthly chart on the left side as far as the 10-year yield bond. We are seeing that TSI is pointing down. Momentum is coming down, even though we're kind of showing higher highs and higher lows here. Or at least there was a low here in May 2023, a high here in October, a higher low back here in January. We do have a lower high here right now and a higher low. So decisions about to be made pretty soon here, but judging based off the momentum, we have it pointing to the downside for the TSI, and the MACD and the stock RSI is starting to curl down on the monthly chart. Plus we have that pink coming down, crossing through that 50 line. We are likely to see this blue come up, and we'll start to see the blue and the pink smooch and likely a crossover. So we can look at past times that did that was back here in April 2019. Then we saw actually a switch here in January 2021. The blue came down, pink came up. But previously when the pink came down, blue came up. That was like January 2015. So it does look like we could see the bond yields start to come down, and we could see, well, let's first cover the first level, 4%. If we were to break 4%, then that will likely be a continuation, a waterfall down lower, and will likely come to around 3%, maybe even 2.6%. We do, which is interesting, have a monthly golden cross. A monthly golden cross. Last time we seen that was 1952. 1952 was the last time we seen a golden cross. Then we saw a death cross in 1988. The first times in 70 years, 80 years that we've seen a death cross on the monthly chart for the 10-year yield bonds. What that means, I don't know, but that could also mean in the yields higher for longer. Could be higher for longer. So we'll have to deep dive what that could possibly entail, but we'll do that in another video. Let's look at the monthly chart. As far as the dollar goes, we do have what seems to me, and kind of lining up with what I think crypto is doing as well too, and kind of what bull run are we more similar to, and that's the 2017, 2018 bull run. That's what we're really kind of now shaping up, looking like we're in that similar structure, because with the amount of time, at first it looked like, hey, we could be pulling a 2021 type bull run because of how fast it was moving. But now with this consolidation for, like at least 3 to 4 months now, it does look like now we've actually backpedaled and we're now following the 2017 bull market structure. And that's kind of resembling in the dollar as well too. Because if you look on the monthly chart in the middle here, you can see that the stock RSI, right? Let's map it out. So let's put a horizontal line here. So you can see back in January 2017, the stock RSI on the monthly chart came up to this level and we crossed down. And that rollover on the monthly chart for the dollar, what started in March 2017. I mean, those 3 months, March, April, May, June, were like the most explosive portion of the bull run back in 2017, especially for altcoins. That's when XRP did an 80x in 80 days. So the stock RSI placement is similar on the monthly chart as like it was back in January 2017. Looking at the TSI as well too, we are doing something similar as far as we had our top put in back here September 2022. This was put in August 2015. Also note that the Bitcoin bear market bottom was in 2015. Our second August 2015 was our bottom. And that matches up as far as where we put our top in back here in the TSI. Around May 15 was when we came up, but when we started to roll over, it was like August 2015 right here. And then we rolled over and then we saw a little pop up, kind of like how we rolled over here. Let me mark it. We had our rollover. This was more kind of sharp rollover. We have looking like we're going to cross, right here. We did cross momentarily, but cross back down. We could cross right here and then come back down. And that would be, matching up on par with January 2017, the first quarter of 2017. So if we see us roll back over and have a waterfall, this is likely going to be the meltdown of the dollar, and it's going to be fast, and we'll probably come down like that. And that could bring us out to, from now, starting in July or maybe August, to the end of this year, maybe Q1 of 2025, a total complete meltdown of the dollar, which we know is positive for crypto. So that's what I'm seeing. As you can see, we mark off January 2017. It was just completely insane as far as the price action goes from that point, January 2017 back here to when we reached our top in January 2018. So that's where we could be as far as the dollar goes, and look into the past to gauge the future. So that's that for the dollar. But where we are right now, we actually really need to get rejected. I think we're at the 786. If we take this high down to this low here, you can see the 786 at 105.94, 106 flat is where we need to stay below. If we actually start to press up through that level, then we could see a move up to around 111.5, 112, which might be that scenario where Bitcoin does break below 60K decisively, comes down to lower 50K, maybe high 40s. And then at that point, we see the bottom coming for crypto, and then we have our meltdown. So there's two scenarios here. We need to reject here for the dollar. If we do, then likely cryptos have already bottomed. If we start to press up aggressively to this 786, then likely we have one more generational opportunity, one last big dip, and then that's the bottom, and then we send it up only. So that's what I'm watching. So that's that. And then the stock market, US NAS 100, it looks like we're going to target up here around 24,373. The monthly chart does have a couple prepare to sell soons. That's okay. It only really matters when we see that yellow sell now signal comes in. And I don't think we're close just yet. If we're comparing it back here, usually you see 1, 2, and we're heading into the third leg now. 1, 2, this was the third leg. It can last a matter of 6 months, even up to a year. And then we could see that sell now flash. So it looks like we're heading into a last leg here as far as the US NAS 100, which could bring us up to that $24,000 level, which, I'm sure crypto would then catch up at that moment if we can see that press up, and then all markets top at this point, and then we see a bust. So let's look at now the crypto drivers. On the left side, we have the pump dump chart for the total crypto market cap. We are running into an important trend line right now. Looking at the 2-week chart, you can see what we're really waiting for. What we need to know or see to see crypto's pump is we need to see the stock RSI have a cross down on the 2-week chart. As you can see here, when we had that cross down in September of 2023, that was the start of us melting down here for the pump dump chart, which means when we melt down here, then Bitcoin pumps. So then I'll go to the 2-week chart for Bitcoin now. Let me hide these indicators here. And you can see September 2023 was right at the bottom. Pump dump chart tops here, starts to roll over heavy, and Bitcoin starts to press up heavy. So really we're looking for that 2-week stock RSI cross up here. Sooner the better. Since we do have a 2-week sell now signal, we need to see a cross up in the next 13 days, I would say, for that scenario of coming down to high 40s, lower 50s to be ruled out. We need to see a cross up, and it'll stem from that weekly cross up as well too. And we need to see that TSI cross as well too. So yeah, we need to watch that 2-week stock RSI cross up on Bitcoin and with the TSI, as well as we need to see the pump dump chart cross down. And we do already have a TSI cross up here, kind of coinciding like this. It didn't cross up in September. We are crossed now. We have the MACD green as well too. We need to see both these cross over TSI, stock RSI, and for the blue to maintain above this 50 line, and for the pink and blue not to cross, because when this blue crossed above the pink, that was the bottom of the Bitcoin bear market. Then there was a close call back here in September. If we broke below that key, I think it was like the 30K level, it would have been bad. But we managed to have the bearishness come back in, this roll over. So we need to see a rejection and roll over the pump dump chart very soon here. And we need to see us continue to get rejected by the 786, which we've seen us get rejected from since April here, once, twice, 3 times, 4 times now on the 2-week chart. And then the alt season pulse chart on the right side, it does look like this is a monthly chart. We are coming up to cross, but I believe this is one of those ones that crosses and then rolls back down, like kind of I was showing you with the dollar here, one of those ones that looks like it's about to cross, but it's very short lived, and we roll over and melt down. And we want to see that alt season pulse chart melt down, because if we do, then that means alts are the place to be at. That means they're spiking up heavy. So we want to see the stock RSI on the monthly chart roll over here, the TSI to roll over, and us get rejected by the 786 still at 80.53. And then we'll see a rollover, and then alts will be the place to be at. For now, the market is still trying to figure out its direction. Looking at the total crypto market cap on the daily chart, we do have prepare to buy soon. We're waiting for that vertical blue buy now signal. We're not quite there yet. If we can have some positive momentum come into the market today, maybe we could see a buy now by the end of today. If not, by the end of tomorrow, which will be pretty solid, because the last time we seen it was back here in January 2024, where we already had bottomed out, went sideways, and then we ripped. And then back here in August, we saw that buy now come in. And then it was kind of a couple months of sideways or stable for longer. And then we started to go. So we could be either, maybe a little bit longer of side when that buy now comes in, a little bit longer than we go, or we could be just repeating what happened back here in summer of 2023, where we see a buy now come in, but we roll back over and just remain going sideways. And then maybe by the tail end of July or maybe August, we can start to see our move up. But that's where we're at as far as that goes. As far as the signals flashing, very solid. Looking at the 2-day chart, let's see if we have a prepare to buy soon. We do. So on the 2-day chart, we have a prepare to buy soon. We didn't even see one on that January correction. We saw it in August of 2023, and we saw it in June of 2023, and we saw it at the bottom of November of 2022 with the FTX collapse. So we have a lot of signs pointing to this could be the bottom, but we need to see that 1-day buy now, and preferably that 2-day buy now, to be like, all right, we're going to hold the line right here at these levels. But as you can see, it was a concrete ceiling, now turned to a concrete floor. and we've been pressing into it, support so far. So we need to maintain above that $2 trillion level. It's definitely a necessity. Then looking at total 3, we have on the daily chart a buy now signal. So this is for the market caps excluding Bitcoin and Ethereum. We're back above the 200-day moving average. We have a buy now signal. Last time we'd seen that was October 2023, right before the rip up. And then back here in September 2023, sideways. And then we flashed it again, ripped up. And then previously before that, we saw it in June of 2023 as well too. So that's what I'm watching there. But we also have, which is big, which is a 2-day prepare to buy soon. 2-day prepare to buy soons. We didn't even see one. We haven't seen one of those since back here in May of 2022. Then we saw the buy now come in in June of 2022, which was technically the bear market bottom. So we see 2-day prepare to buy soons, but also we see a 3-day prepare to buy soon as well too. And we haven't seen one since June of 2023, which was a local bottom, December 2022, which is a local bottom, and then July of 2022, which was a local bottom. So kind of hitting these 3 bottoms before we sent it out of this bear market sideways range. So seeing that we're this much higher, seeing a 1-day prepare to buy soon, 2-day prepare to buy soon, 3-day prepare to buy soon, it's only a matter of time until we see a big pop out of here. But we need to maintain above 570 billion. We don't want to break down from this level. We want to maintain with this structure, because as you can see here, and if I hide the indicators, you can see it's such a key level where back in 2021 we held the support resistance, and then 2022 support, and this was our breakdown level. We reclaimed above here, multiple wicks for months at this level. So maintaining above here is going to be so key. If we break below here, then we're likely going to come down to around 520 billion, but probably I would say we'd likely come down to here, which is around 487 billion. So it's going to be very important to see that 3-day buy now come in to know that, all right, the dust has settled and it's likely we just go sideways until we see a catalyst that can pop us on out of here. Then the big signal that's flashing right now is this long entry signal that you can see here with the 7G multi-time frame Stargate signal, long entry signal, flashed actually on June 24th at this wick right here. We already seen the buy now come from it. We broke out of this red market structure ribbon. We're just solid. We're starting to break out of this bearish trend. And then also the last time we seen this was June of 2023, which was actually the bottom. We haven't seen those levels since. We didn't even come back down to retest it. That was the bottom before setting it up, kind of like what we did. And then the previous time before that was December 2022. And that's the lowest point we've been at ever since as well too. That was right before we saw the January 2023 big press up out of that bear market bottom. So very solid signal. We're that much higher, flashing the same signals here. We already saw the 1-day buy now. Ideally, I would like to see a 2-day buy now come in for more confirmation as far as, all right, we're out of the woods. But preferably, I'd like to see a 3-day one, because given that the higher time frame momentums are so, bearish and pulling down so much, we want to see some of those higher time frame, medium time frame, the 3-day chart, flash a buy now to know, all right, the momentum is really starting to pick back up and turn back to where we want it to go, to the upside. So as you can see here, once that buy now came in January 2023, we went. June 2023, we went. And right now we have that prepare to buy soon. We just need to see that buy now come in. And I'd say we're not quite there yet. We could have maybe a week, maybe a couple weeks, but crypto changes every day. One catalyst can really start sending this thing up, and that could pull the momentum up quicker. And we could see the dust settle and us be like, all right, that was our local bottom. And then us to come back up, retest the 786 here. So very positive signal. Looking at Bitcoin right now on the 2-week chart, we definitely want to hold above that previous low that we set at 59K. Yeah, 58.5K is the lowest. Really, I'd want to see us go down. If we pull back down, that's where the 200-day moving average is. Never have we broken below that in a raging bull market for Bitcoin. So we want to hold that level. We also have a 1-day prepare to buy soon on Bitcoin with the 7G signals. Last time we had that was back here in the January dip. We went up. August as well as May of 2023, all were local bottoms. We at least went sideways or we bottom right there and went up. So if we can just stay stable for longer, or start to see a move back above 66,000, ideally back into that range of 69 to 71,000, then we could be seeing new all-time highs sooner than later. But for now, we just got to take it day by day with the momentum on these higher time frame charts. 1 day chart, either by tonight, if we can see some positive momentum, or by tomorrow, we could see that 1 day buy now come in. But I'm really looking for that 2 day buy now for more confirmation as far as the dust has settled and a reclaim back above 67K, ideally 69K. So that's what I'm seeing, some positive stuff right now. I'm going to do some more videos either later tonight or tomorrow covering more those key time frame charts, the higher time frames, all the ones that closed, the 6 month, the 3 month, the 2 month, the 1 month, the 2 week, the 1 week charts for some of these key macro charts that we're looking at, and maybe some specific altcoins like XRP, XLM, and leave a comment if you want me to do a specific one as well too. I'll do 3. So XRP, XLM, and leave a comment of a specific altcoin you want me to cover the high time frame macro charts on. So that's what I'm seeing. I'll keep you guys updated in the Discord if anything changes, and I'll see you guys there and in the next video.